Welcome to episode 63 of the Wilderness Podcast, your weekly old school Runescape podcast. I'm your host, Dilz, and with me is Deagin.
Hey, how's it going?
The going's pretty good. Better than last week at least. How are things with you?
Can't complain. Real life related, I guess. Not too much. Did some Christmas shopping and all that stuff.
Tis the season.
Yeah, I'm a little bit late on that, but that's fine.
You know, I'm the same way. I do most of my shopping on Amazon, and I'll do it like the beginning of the month. I'll start doing some shopping, and then I'll forget and do it like a week before, and everything's like won't arrive until after Christmas. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
like everything's sold out. Everything else is gonna get shipped like after the New Year's. I'm like, oh motherfucker.
I find it's like I ask people like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. Like, oh, okay, but everyone says that, so you end up like going to the mall or something, and you just wander for the day, and you're like, I guess I'll get comic books for this person, liquor cards for these people, like,
yeah.
Oh god, I don't know what people want, but
alcohol you're usually pretty safe with.
Yeah.
The problem is like you always got to think about things that the person's not going to buy on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, just playing random games. Me and my buddies actually like semi-spur of the moment, sat down, we like all got together and played Tabletop Simulator.
What is that? I saw you post that in Discord.
Yeah, so Tabletop Sim is like a game you get on Steam, and you can play like pretty much any board game just on it. You can just download it off the workshop and you can play it.
Yeah, and is it like the actual board game, or is it like shitty versions?
No, it's like the exact board game. You can play like
Monopoly. It's called like
Capitalist. It's like it'll be like Monopoly and stuff. Like it's not like Glip Gloppity and Necrobopoly. You know, random shit.
That's a sick reference, man.
Yeah, I love that. But like it'll be like, okay, good example is like Firefly, the TV show, but there's a board game that they have that like when I go to the cottage with my buddies at some point at night, like we'll be drinking and stuff and the night's dying down and we'll bust it out and play. And on Tabletop Sim, I went and downloaded it to go play with it, and it's the exact same. Like
how does that even work out? Because like, isn't it hard to get the rights to those games?
It's probably like a legal gray area. I don't know, because like they're not profiting off of it, and in fact, a lot of them. I know some board games are like this. This isn't like exactly true, but let's say like Settlers of Catan, whatever company makes that, will have like a Tabletop Simulator like official version, and then on that it'll be like this is where you can buy it, like on like the info and stuff. But most board games will like have like, hey, it's better in person here, like go buy it here. So I don't know.
Most games are.
Pardon?
No, I was just saying most board games are better in person.
Yeah, I'd say all of them are. Yeah, you can get like a lot of really cool things. One thing I actually found was pretty funny is you can download the like the little carpet mat that everyone had. That's what it's called, and it's like that carpet thing with like the roads.
No.
Yeah, you can like down. You know what I'm talking about? We had one. I used to play that all the time.
It's like you get your little dinky cars, and you can ride them on there. They have like random houses that you could pretend were your houses, and I'm going to work today.
Mm-hmm.
Drive on,
Random
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that is. That's like a staple.
Yeah, you can get a lot of cool things. But
we get like, Cones of Dunshire.
I honestly would not be surprised. I didn't search for it. What did I download? I downloaded a bunch of really silly like objects to save just to kind of have fun with, because like you can import items. So there's like a Shrek dice. And you roll the dice, and it's like the All-Star song. It's really, we do stupid shit like that. But, yeah, I downloaded like a bunch of board games. Like one of them I actually downloaded was the Pokemon board game. I don't know if you remember it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I know we had that.
I don't think we ever played it properly. I don't think anybody ever played it properly. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I went and downloaded that and was like playing around with it. But
how is it? Is that a good game?
With the Pokemon thing, I was just like using it to save some assets and to kind of like figure out how to play just in case we were looking for a new game to play because so what happened was it was like a Friday or something, I don't know. Or maybe we were all like, man, like what game should we play? All right, Fortnite, don't have it. Oh, okay, PUBG, no, I don't like it, it's not updated. RuneScape, no, Deagin, you're the only one that plays RuneScape. Like Rocket League, I don't even like Rocket League. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't figure out a game to all play. So somebody was like, tabletop sim. I'm like, okay, I already have it downloaded. We went and downloaded this, or the person who set it up downloaded. It's called Red Dragon Inn. It's a board game. And there was like 5 or 6 of us that like got together and we ended up playing it for way too long. Like the whole night just went away because it's so much fun. Like the game, it's like there's like 40 or something characters you can pick as. Most of them are really basic, some of them are cool, but it's like everyone gets like a character sheet type thing, and you like start off with 20 health and 0 alcohol content. And like as you start off with like 10 gold, and it's kind of like a D&D-esque, as in your like the setting is like a fantasy in an inn type thing. Mm-hmm. And people get like, you get your own cards and stuff you don't show people, and everyone takes turns, and the goal is to like reduce someone's health or get them drunk or do both. And if they like on the like the board, it goes from like 0 to 20, so your alcohol's on 0, your health's at 20, and like as you lose health and get more drunk, it kind of gets to the middle. Maybe they both meet at 15 or 10 or something, and then you're out. And I don't know, it's fun. So you're just trying to like get people drunk and beat them up and stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's actually a super fun game. You can like gamble and stuff. I don't know. It was ridiculously fun though. And so I think we have like a continuous game. Like we're gonna just like every Friday or Saturday sit down and play some tabletop sim because it's really fun. And then like
now, is this? Sorry. Well, since we're talking about a Steam game, I gotta ask: is this early access?
No. It's been out for a long time.
Okay. Oh, I just gotta ask. And second question is: you mentioned the game was similar to D&D. Can you play like the role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, things like that on it?
Yeah, you can. You can set
even
up.
Though I know there's sites you can do it on already. Like
shit,
I can't remember the website that I used to use.
Roll20.net or some shit. Yeah, there's like so many random websites.
So I know you can use those, and I think they're free. But there's interesting.
Yeah, you can import like literal like little statues of like monsters, and obviously the D&D dice, and you get the mat, you can play, and you can make your own stuff. I put it in the game or into the tabletop sim, but I don't know how to do that. I haven't really filled with that yet, but
right. Sounds fun. That sounds like that'd be a fun thing to do with like in the Discord or something, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking, because if a bunch of people had it. Yeah, if a bunch of people had it, just like set up some nights where we just sit down and play, not even board games, but like find some shit.
And like, go on.
No, there's like a lot of real cool like things you can do with it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And like, I don't remember if we've mentioned this on the podcast, but I know you and I have talked about it at some point, because when we were playing Dungeons and Dragons a couple months ago, we talked about it would be cool to do like RuneScape Dungeons and Dragons, maybe in the Discord or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be pretty fun. Obviously, it would take a lot of work, but that is something that we talked about a while ago, and I've always been kind of thinking about it, how it would be fun. And I've also kind of wanted to get back into Dungeons and Dragons because we only had a handful of sessions with our campaign, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't mind getting back into the groove. So.
Yeah.
It'd be cool in the future to, do a RuneScape version of Dungeons and Dragons, and... I don't know.
Like a little homebrew based in Gilnor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you would spend all night woodcutting to get your woodcutting levels up?
Yeah, for real. All right, you're going to try and tick manip? All right, no, you failed the tick manipulation, and now you're banned? You're going to ban for macroing? Shit.
Player mod was by and he mutes you for 24 hours.
Fuck, I just got scammed. Are you kidding me? Lost all my shit. Go PKing in
Okay,
the
but head over to
wilderness.
the duel arena.
Yeah. All right, here's your coin. Flip it.
Yeah. That's good. You
Yeah.
do anything else this week?
I think that's everything noteworthy in real life, but RuneScape,
Ooh, the important stuff.
my cat died again.
Oh no.
I literally put my cat into the curtain, disconnected, and was like, all right, cool. That's awesome. Amazing.
Someone's DDoSing you.
Yeah. So I went and as I was growing my cat, I got 70 to 73 hunter. So now I can do black chins, but I need 45 or 55 more levels to get into the 2K totals. So I might just do
in
that.
Total.
Yeah. So I might go into the 2K total worlds and try my luck at that. Because I want to get 99 hunter. It's one of my goals.
Not bad.
Yeah, I need the money badly, and
You get
And
those
I want the
dragon
capes.
imps.
yeah.
I remember way back that was my goal was to get like I think it was 80 or 90. Can't remember which one it is, but one of them you can catch them barehanded.
Yeah.
And I just really wanted to be able to see a dragon impling and catch it no matter what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't that long lived. I gave up pretty fast on that one. Plus I
Yeah.
don't see too many dragon imps anyways, so
Mm-hmm.
take a while for it to pay off.
Yeah. And the money you get from chins, though, is so nice. Like, I got, like, over $1 million just from doing 70 to 73. And was
true.
pretty effortless. Like, it's pretty easy to do. What I do after that? I did some more Dusk and Dawn. I think I'm gonna give up grinding that boss, though, because it is so fucking boring.
Really?
It's boring, and, like, it's like, what, 40k a kill, I guess, which is kind of nice, but
It's not bad.
I don't know. I have like 60 or 70 kills, and I like looked at my kill count, and I need like 120 more, and it's like to finish my task, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! Like, I do like 10 or 15, and I'm like bored as hell. There's no way I can do this 10 times plus. Like, I don't know. So I think I really want the pet though,
Yeah.
but I don't think I want it that much yet. And the big drops you get from it aren't that good.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like part of the problem why you get bored so fast is that, yeah, like you said, there's no huge drops. Like with Cerberus, you get a 20 mil drop, which kind of makes it all kind of worth it. Or with, even with Abyssal Sire, you get these bludgeon pieces, which I'm pretty sure they're not tradable.
No, they're not.
And so they're worth like 10 mil or maybe like 7 mil a piece.
Yeah.
Which isn't anything huge, but the fact that they're untradeable kind of makes it exciting that, I got one of the 3.
Yeah.
You know, I just looked it up as you were speaking. The Guardian boots are worth 8 mil. So it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, but the issue is that the boss takes a long time to kill. The boss is easy. I can get like 8 to 10 kills a trip, depending on what the drops are, like the loot drops and whatnot. Like it's super easy.
Yeah.
And I can do long trips, but the boss fights itself take like 3-ish minutes per kill, maybe 2 to 3. Just kind of throwing out a random number there, but that's kind of how it feels. And I mean, it is nice getting like dragon arrows. You're like, okay, that's a good drop, you know? And the chance to get the pet, which the pet looks, I think it's like the coolest pet.
I agree. It is pretty badass. And one thing that always gives you incentive to grind it is the granite dust, which you can use on your cannonballs to give it 5 extra damage.
Yep. And that's kind of like what I think. It's like, okay, even I'm making some money, I'm getting good Slayer experience per hour, and the granite dust like will enable me to get better Slayer experience per hour. Like, let's say I have like, 10k granite dust balls, because I think right now I'm at like 6k or something, or 5k.
Nice.
Granite dust. And it's like, if I just bring those to Cal fights and Suckwas, like, your good experience for like cannoning stuff, right? Suckwas are a really good Slayer experience if you're cannoning and bringing like the most efficient gear and stuff. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Any of the cannon tasks are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the multi-cannon tasks.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of like, you know what? I should just suck it up and like deal with it, because it's kind of worth it in the long run. But I find I do 1 or 2 trips, and then I just find myself standing there, not wanting to commit to a third or a fourth. And it's like, yeah. So speaking of, that happened, and my one buddy who, like, I've gone out PKing a bunch with, all that stuff, he had been doing a lot of Venenatis, just soloing him, and and I think he did it because, like, I guess we were PKing there a little bit and all that stuff, and it was a little bit difficult to find people, and you know, he just like was like explaining like, yeah, it's a pretty easy boss in terms of like no mechanics. You just kind of stand there and hit him. He's not even safe spotting him, right? When he's explaining this to me.
Yep.
And which safe spotting is a pain in the ass, and it's a lot more risky. So because you can get like jumped by a clan a lot more easily. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll try it. Like, okay, you want to duo some Venenatis, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm down. So we duoed like 50 kills maybe this week. And, like he's gotten really good drops. Like out of like his 100 KC, he's gotten like 4 Snapdragon drops.
How many snaps are we talking?
I want to say like 700k worth, but let me just double check.
Whoa, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, let me just double check right here. Yeah, so you get 100 noted Snapdragons, 760k.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gotten like 3 or 4 of them, and he also got a dragon pickaxe too, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, like 97 kill count at the time, so he's gotten really good money. Plus, there's things like magic logs and stuff like that, right? They go for 100k, and there's magic seeds, U seeds, palm seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were doing that. Nothing major dropped at this point, and then a PKer logs in, hits me with a ice burst.
Oh yeah.
And me being me, because I'm just kind of itching for PKing, I brought an MSB black d'hide top and a granite maul with me. So let me go back. When you're doing Venenatis and you're doing like the typical melee method, you're just going to bring full Verax and that's it.
Right. Yeah. It's a 4-piece.
Yeah.
You can protect item with it or bring a plower. That's what I always bring because it's fucking like 5k. And
bring a what?
Chances are you're not going to... An Ami of Power. Yeah. Yeah. And chances are you're not going to lose anything. Rune gloves.
Yeah. I mean, I bring like my barrel gloves, climbing boots. I bring the glory. I brought MSB with like some amethyst arrows, black d'hide top, and a granite maul. Anyway, so this guy in like full enchanted and stuff just hits me with an ice burst. And I think we had just looted the boss at this point, or we had just killed him. And I'm like, oh dude, let's fuck him up. And he brought a DDS too. And so I'm attacking him and I'm like hitting him really hard. And I go in for the Gmaul spec and I like pretty much red barred him, didn't kill him. And then my buddy's like fucking him sculling up and he just goes in for the DDS spec and we just like sit on him. We end up killing him.
Nice.
And we end up smiting him for his whip. It was a Kraken whip though, so we just got the tentacle.
Yeah, true.
Or we didn't smite him, sorry. He just didn't protect item. We didn't even have smite up. We had protect magic up the whole time because of Venenatis. And so the guy that attacks us loses his whip. I loot like 560k worth of gear while his team is logging in trying to kill me and they just can't. And then I just get 560k worth of gear, leave. And it was really nice to like anti-PK someone so hard. Like the dude
so
just...
one week you're the hunter, this week you're the hunted. But
then the hunter becomes the hunted, you know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah, look at this circle we're going into.
Oh yeah. Except I didn't die. I didn't die to any anti-PKers when I PK. I'm not saying I'm better than them. I'm just saying I don't hold up smite when they're hitting me with MSBs running with the granite maul. I'm not camping smite.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what did him in. And so that was pretty nice, and we kind of like laughed about that because like it felt really good to just like kill him. His team logs in afterwards. They don't even TB us. I can loot everything and just leave. Like those guys were really bad. So,
and isn't Venenatis like right on level 30 wilderness?
Yeah, where we attack him, he's a 20. We're in 28 wilderness where we attack him.
Okay. So that's what makes that boss pretty sweet. You could teleport right out as soon as you see someone pop up with a glory or a slayer ring or
seed pod. I always bring the royal seed pod. It's disgustingly broken. The amount of times I use it and I get teleblocked during the animation is like crazy, because I know if I went to go use my my glory, I'd get TB'd.
True, because of the couple clicks it
multi-click, right? Yeah, you gotta...
Yeah, my issue with the seed pod is you die and lose it, and you gotta go all the way back to get another one. You can't have like 5 of them in your bank.
Well, you say all the way back, but you teleport to the Grand Exchange with your Varrock Telly if you have the Hard Diaries done. Go to the tree, go to the village, or the stronghold, and then you like walk a little bit, talk to the king, and you have it. It's like a 30-second process.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds though. Ain't nobody got time for that.
30 seconds of your life, you know?
Yeah. Do it twice, there's a minute.
Yeah, that's true. So then after that, we went right back to Venenatis, got a treasonous ring, which is nice, 'cause that's 500k.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I thought it was the one from Callisto, which is like, the treacherous or the... I don't know, it's some other ring.
One of the rings is worth like 10 mil. Ring of the Gods, I think.
I want to say the Callisto one is like 8 mil, maybe less. Last time I checked, which was a long time ago, it was like around 8 mil.
Yeah, the one
Tyrannical.
from Vedian. Oh, Tyrannical
is 2.3. Yeah,
it's not bad. The one Ring of the Gods from Vedion is worth 9.5 mil.
Okay, so it's Vedion. That's the really nice one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I don't really think I did too much. Did a lot of dicking around. A lot of like solo PKing. Nothing happened. What I find, and it's really fucking annoying, is I'll go to the lava maze, which someone's probably listening going, why are you solo PKing at the lava maze? And that's because every time I get into a 1v1 with someone, the dude's like team logs in. And it turns into like, this is going to be a good fight too. All right, now I got to run. And then I just like escape and I leave. And I'm like, that's so... Like, I just like, all right, run to KBD or just run south. Like, whatever.
Yeah. When I was killing the Chaos Fanatic, which is like just west of the KBD layer, basically, I would do it in a PvP world. And I always had this idea in my head of like how I would kill a PKer if they ever try to get me. It never happened, but I still fantasized about it happening. I would bring an anti-fire shield, and then I would just book it to the King Black Dragon lair, and hopefully they'd follow me in there. And I would try to get them killed by the KBD boss. Never happened, but maybe someone out there wants to try it.
Yeah.
Make a sick YouTube video.
I mean, hey, what was I doing? This was a long time ago. I might have actually mentioned this in like one of the earliest episodes of the podcast. This is like right after you finish questing up your pure. And I'd go PK on him and dick around on him. Account sharing isn't bannable, by the way. So don't even think about it. I don't know. I was like doing something really sketchy on my main. And so I logged onto your pure to scout with him. And I literally had nothing but like monkfish that I just gave him. And I got attacked by a pure who chased me from like near Scorpia all the way down, and I lured him all the way to Venenatis, and I like punched and kicked him a couple times, and then I like brought him into Venenatis where the spider killed him.
Fuck.
It was awesome. And then I just and I just ran off. But I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my week though. It's enough rambling for me.
Kill. You want to hear about my week now?
Nah, let's go on to the news. Yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do?
Gotta get the soundbite open. What'd I do this week? Fuck, what was I gonna say? So the little update on the house situation. We're slowly getting there. A little progress from last week. I actually have a chair to sit into. Mm-hmm. It's a shitty chair, and I can't wait to get my little podcast studio in the basement set up because I'm gonna get a fucking real mint office chair. Maybe I'll get a dentist chair or something like that. Some real
get a DX Racer, dude. All the streamers got them.
Man, I looked those up. Fucking like $700.
I know, so overpriced.
Aren't they like pulled out of like a Ferrari or something like that?
I don't think so. That'd be a really weird business model to just take chairs out of Ferraris and sell them as gaming chairs.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past, some of the competitive gamers to get some fucking weird chair like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think it's an ergonomic chair. My friend has one, but he's really tall. And he says every other chair gives him back problems. Like, he has a standing desk and everything like that. Mm-hmm. With a standing mat, so it's not just like he's buying the chair to have it. Like
standing mat.
Yeah, it's like a squishy mat. Like if you're standing a lot in one spot. So if he's like gaming a lot or like doing a lot of like schoolwork or something, and his chair's bugging him because like his ergonomic chair still bugs him, he like presses a button, lifts his desk up, and just stands because it's better for your back, right?
Then he stands on his mat, which is like a chair for his feet.
No, he stands on his chair. No, yeah, he stands on his mat. Yeah, you can get like standing mats and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. It was just weird. The DX Racer, it seems like the I was gonna say like the Apple of chairs. That was the first comparison I can think of, where it's like super expensive. I'm sure it's good quality, but I'm sure you could find one a bit cheaper that's just as good. Just non-name brand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, my chair I got for like $100 at a Staples a couple years ago, and that's my armrest. My armrest broke. My headrest broke. My chair is real raggedy. I have to get a new one. I've had this for like 3 or 4 years now, actually, now that I think about it.
That's a good investment. Yeah, my chair is basically the same. You got that, I got this. Oh, wait, hold on. This actually isn't too bad right now. Okay, normally it squeaks so bad, but I just pulled it out of the trailer. Maybe the cold weather just really tightened it up a bit, so now it's not squeaking as much.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's real fucking mangled. But anyways, it works for now. Better than last week. I got my computer set up on the stupid like fold-out table, but it'll work.
Yeah.
I was getting... Well, the basement, which is where the studio, I like calling it a studio, but the little office room, the podcasting studio, it's going to be getting painted tomorrow. So Tuesday, I could start bringing in my desk and bringing everything downstairs. And man, I got huge plans for that little room. It's going to be sweet. I'm thinking of getting like styrofoam to put all over the walls and stuff to make it real soundproof and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Maybe I'll start renting it out to rappers, some local rappers. Come record in my studio. Dilz, the part-time producer.
DJ Dilz.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right, you're going to rap over Sea Shanty too?
Yeah.
Just make them all rap over the same song.
Yo, I'm Lil Scape.
Nice.
Noobs with attitude.
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah. Ordered my couch in. It's coming in on Wednesday. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be pretty cool. It's all going to be coming together right in time for Christmas. Hopefully. That's the idea, at least.
Yeah.
But that being said, I've been super busy I've been putting together the kitchen this weekend and stuff like that. So my RuneScape gaming has been kind of minimal. But luckily, since I set up my computer, I was able to jump on for a little bit. Yeah, some of the... Let's see. What did I do? Not a whole lot. I got, I guess the only thing really worth mentioning, I got like the Lizard Shaman task, as usual, but this time I tried tackling it with my cannon. Normally I go to the Slayer room, which is like a small little room.
Yep.
What's nice about it is that it's so small that you can kind of easily hug the outer perimeter of that room so that one of the mechanics he has, he'll jump up in the air and try to land on you, but if you're against the wall, he won't jump and try to land on top of you.
Yeah.
Which it's really easy to avoid, but the only reason it makes it annoying is because, like, if he's near you, he can melee attack you. But if not, he's going to be ranging you. So when he's in the middle of the room, he's going to range you the whole time. But if you, let's say you take a step out from that wall, he'll try to jump on top of you. He also spawns these, like, little purple minions that after a couple seconds explode. Again, really easy to avoid, but if he's up against the wall and then you're trying to avoid these things, every now and then you'll get too close and he's going to smack you one, and he can hit up to like 20 or 25s and stuff like that. So real pain in the ass. But yeah, I've been trying out the cannon method, which is really easy. Basically, on Zaya, if you're ever thinking about doing this, because one of the reasons why I was doing the Slayer one was because if you're learning to fight and stuff like that, which there's not a whole lot to learn, but sometimes it gets a little overwhelming when you're trying out this new monster. You don't want to go into like an area where all these cannons are going, like, you know, place your cannon, you got to figure out, you know, where should I have to stab, watch out for what. But basically, you put the cannon up in the corner. There's 3, it's in a multi-zone, and there's 3 shamans. It makes it super easy because there's this little square basically that you can, it's like fenced off, and you can kind of hug that wall and go around in circles while your cannon's hitting them. Just makes it really easy, and you can take out a lot more per hour compared to the Slayer room, but more resources, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was basically it. But another thing I kind of wanted to mention is, do you like to do clue scrolls on RuneScape?
Let's just say I've had an easy, medium, hard, elite, and masters in my bank since around the time we started recording the podcast, around episode 1. I actually mentioned when I got my masters, and I haven't done either or any of them.
That's like a year and a half. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I'm not a big fan.
Dude, I gotta look this up. Okay, Deagin, 25 clues have been completed overall. 7 easy, 5 medium, 12 hard, 1 elite.
Yeah, buddy.
No masters. All right, so you're not a huge fan of them, I see.
Nope. I mean, I I really don't like them. I've had an ongoing kind of goal to get 82 crafting to continue my master's clue, but I just don't care, because you have to like buy an adamant square shield, go buy a rune warhammer, go buy fucking full gnome mage top shit, go like, I don't like having to buy all the random clue items and then running around just to get like 80k worth of shit. Like, I don't like that.
You can place it in the stash units now, which, if you don't know, a while ago when they did this construction update, they added these little hotspots around all the emote clue areas.
Yeah.
Where, like Deagin was saying, you need adamant square shield for one of them, maybe. Some of them you need, you know, just random items depending on what the clue is. But
green D-eyed chaps, yeah.
Yeah, super random. But it's always the same for that one emote spot. So you could stash the 3 equipped items, or how many there is. You could stash it in a box that's nearby, and it just sits there so that the next time you get that clue, you can run back, open up that box, and use them and stash them in there when you're done. Problem is, if you're like me, you forget half the time and teleport out, and then you realize you have to run all the way back to stash them in there.
Yeah. I hate clue scrolls.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I, on the other hand, I fucking love clue scrolls. So you're at 25 clue scrolls overall. I'm gonna pull mine up real quickly. Ooh, I got 189 total. It's not bad.
But here's my question. What's the biggest thing you got from them?
I got a Robin hat once, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's my argument why I don't do them.
But the chance, you know, you never know. You might get a third age piece worth like 80 mil, right?
Yeah, so what's the chance of getting a third age piece, though?
Super rare. You want me to look it up real quick?
Yeah, kind of.
So this is in regards to the third age armors, which is only from the hard clues, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So to get any third age piece, it's 1 in 3,510.
Yeah, see?
And to get that one specific third age piece, let's say for some reason you want that third age melee plate armor, it's 1 in 42,120.
Now, if I were to go kill bosses and get the equivalent kill count to like the clue scroll, like, you know, you just make more money doing bosses, and I don't like running around drinking I don't like losing money because I drank so many stams just to get like an Addy longsword.
Okay. Yeah, different strokes, I guess. Funny thing to
Yeah.
note, though, with the third age, if you're ever doing a hard clue scroll and you get potions, like a superset or something like that, those are as rare as a third age piece.
Nice.
So if you ever get one of those, know that you were pretty close to getting a third age piece, but instead you got shit on hard. But there's a lot of really cool things you can get from it. I personally, the reason I like them is because I'll be doing Slayer for, let's just say, hours on end. I'll get a hard clue scroll, and then I usually do it when I need to bank or something. It's kind of a break from doing the grind, and you get to run around and blast them out. One issue is a lot of the items that used to be worth a lot, like the Cavaliers, you'd have like, we talked about last week how they're just not worth as much anymore, but they're worth like 20k, when I remember the white and the black one being worth like over 500k.
Mm-hmm.
And same with the berets. They were worth like 100k at the time, but now I'm pretty sure they're what? Let me look it up. They're like 10k or they're 50k. They got the asterisk next to it in OS Buddy, which means they're so rarely traded that like I could go buy one for 100k right now and it'll change the fucking price of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Price average. I guess people don't want to be French in the game anymore. Sad times. But anyways,
I can see why, but
but yeah, then there's interesting things where like some cosmetic pieces are worth a lot, which I don't know, for whatever reason. But one of the reasons I want to bring this up was because I've always just done the hard clues. Most of my clue scroll count from my 189 come from hard clues, which is I got 137 of them.
Yeah.
And I would normally, if I ever got an easy or a medium, I'd kind of hold them until I got an elite, and then I would go grind out the hard, and I would turn them into a master.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I was kind of going over the easy clue rewards. Honestly, they seem like one of the most profitable clues to do.
Same with mediums, because of the Robin boots and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like the mediums,
the Ranger boots.
Yeah, the medium is great, but you only have that one item, which is worth, what, 20 mil?
Yeah, about. Goes around
26 mil.
Yeah.
So super rare to eat this one item that you're kind of trying to hit for on the medium clues. But with easy clues, I was surprised by how many pieces are actually worth something. So I'm just going to pull some of these up real quickly. We'll go through them because why not? So you got some of the classics like the blue wizard gold trimmed, worth 500k together. So the top is worth close to 300k alone. So that's not bad. And then they got the black wizard gold, kind of similar. It's worth 600k, but pretty close in price as well. Not a big deal. You got the wooden shield gold, about 200k. Again, it's not too much. And then you got the golden chef hat, worth about 500k for the one piece. So not bad. And then you got the iron armor trimmed gold, which together it's worth close to 1 mil.
Mm-hmm.
The plate body is about 500k, so again, not bad. These are easy clues, so you know what I mean? They're lower levels can do them, so it's decent. And then we got some heavy hitters, which these are what I actually forgot about. So you got the team capes that are I don't know if you want to call them trimmed. But they got the wilderness team capes, which go from like 1 to like, I don't even know, a lot of them. And if you all wearing the same cape, you all are different colors you're the same color on the map.
Yeah, and you can't left click attack them.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So if you're both
that's
like
cool.
wearing the same team cape, you can't left click your buddy.
Wow, that's a pretty fun fact. That's a cool fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, they have 3 different team capes from the easy clue scrolls, which is the team cape I, worth about 1.1 mil. The team cape X, which is worth about 1.5 mil. And then you got the team cape 0, which is worth 3 mil. Those are all pretty good. And then this is what actually caught me off guard, which after I see it, it makes total sense. The fucking monk robes gold. The fucking monk robes trimmed gold. The bottoms are worth 1.6 mil, and the top is 4.5 mil.
Damn.
Pretty crazy, eh?
Yeah.
So I was surprised by how profitable the easy clues could actually be. And I usually skip them up, but now I've been doing them just because of, your chance of getting them. And I always thought like easy clues are decent to do because you always have the chance of getting a Zamorak page, which is worth like 500k.
Yep.
But now that I'm seeing these, I'm like, shit, this could turn to be a really good method for like lower levels, let's say. Maybe not a good method, but you could score big on them.
Yeah.
But what's pretty cool is a lot of these ones that I mentioned are also available in free to play, which explains why they're worth so much, like the team capes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's all pretty neat. And yeah, when you mentioned the how the team capes prevent you from left clicking attack on your own I guess teammates or whoever else is wearing the same team cape. It reminded me of another fun fact that I heard about today. Not today. I heard this week from someone in our clan chat actually. Did you know that the interface where you can check to see how much money your items are worth in your inventory?
Yeah.
Did you know there's a search function on there to see other items and how much they're worth in the GE?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't. And they had mentioned it in the clan chat, and a bunch of people were like, "Whoa, what the fuck? You just blew my mind." And blew my mind too. I had no idea that was there. So
yeah. If I do like exclamation mark price and then like misspell a word or something, like, oh fuck. Do that a couple times or something, or if I like, oh, is there like a space in here? I don't know. Sometimes I'll just like be stupid. I'll do like that price checker. Or if someone's like doing Slayer with me and I want to know how much that piece of gear is and I don't want them to know I'm like looking at their gear, I'll go and use that function.
Nice. But yeah, I'm sure there's tons of people out there who didn't even know that existed either, because it was the first time I heard of it. Thought it was pretty neat. But yeah, that was basically my week. But before we move on to the news, I should just quickly say, guys, do your herb runs. Do them like once a day. You make so much money off of that.
Oh yeah.
Like usually I would feel a little I kind of turned myself away from them just because every time I did a farm run, I'd felt the need to have to do my strawberries and my limp roots and everything at the same time. But if you just do your herbs, I got 5 patches that go, and you can check it in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. It's really good money.
Unreal. Yeah, it's fucking unbelievable money. But should we shimmy on?
Yeah.
All right.
So, not much in the news, but we do have some news-related things to talk about. So, we'll start off with the Christmas event, and if you haven't noticed, but there's a Christmas event now that's going on. Yeah, you'll notice like a lot of pets and like imps, random things will have hats on them. Your pet rock will have a hat on it.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that.
Cannonballs are now like pudding.
Yeah, that I thought it was like a cup. I couldn't even tell what the fuck it was.
Yeah, it's like some sort of Christmas pudding. I don't know, some British thing. Because
Okay.
I've never had a Christmas pudding. I'm in Canada, so I don't know. Yeah, that's honestly, that's pretty much it for the news. Like, they're on Christmas break right now, like, the Jagex team.
How dare they?
Yes, for real.
I
Like, what
demand
the
an
hell?
update every fucking Thursday.
Yeah.
And this just ain't gonna cut it.
That being said, though, you should go do the Christmas event. You get a lot of really cool cosmetics, like more interesting cosmetics than any other event, minus like the skin colors and stuff from Halloween. You get like a lot of cool things, like a black party hat and like a multicolored party hat. You get like a party hat, Santa hat thing. I don't know. You get like these really cool random things. But this year's you get the anti-Santa outfit.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's not red, white. It's like blue, black, white type thing. But you also get like an imp outfit, like this really weird snow Santa's little helper imp thingy. And, what people have been doing, like, obviously it's not going to work, but they wear that and stand at Rev Caves and pretend to be a Revenant, because it kind of looks, like, similar to a Revenant. So if you ever want to try and skull trick people, I mean, you could try that.
Maybe after the Christmas event, like in a couple months from now when people forget.
Yeah. The event is, or like the little thing, it's okay. It's not too bad.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I did it like the day it came out. There was like a really weird bug that like, I don't even know. Like if you had your pet out, you would get locked into a cutscene. They fixed that like 30 minutes after the update though. Yeah. Yeah, I recommend you go do it. It's really quick.
Is it fun? Is it, were you complaining about the Halloween event? Like you didn't like it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really enjoy doing any of these events. I'm going to be honest. I just do them just to do them. Like I don't hate them. I don't love them. I'm very neutral about them.
Do you think that has to do with like an EXP waste kind of issue?
No, I just kind of find that they're just cosmetic questing type things, right? Like I don't sit there and smile like, oh man, I love questing. But like I don't mind it. It's the same thing with this, right? I don't mind doing them. Yeah. I like having the cosmetics because you never know when they'll come in handy. And yeah,
it's always handy when you're, for some reason, you need to bust out that fashion scape. My problem is my fashion scape's so limited. I only have the one outfit.
Yeah, I have 2 fashion scape outfits right now.
Yeah.
Very different outfits. I like them both though. I love both my fashion scapes. One of them I still need I need my hunter hood, my 99 hunting to make it look better.
Wow. that's fuck. I gotta see this when it's done.
Oh yeah. Right now it looks fine, but it's not optimal yet. I think some people in the CC have seen it when we'll talk about it later, but when they host, like when little events get hosted by some of our members, I'll come in some fashion scape. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Have you done the event yet?
I have not. I've just been so busy with shit that I jump on, do some sleigh or do some farming, and that's about it.
Yeah. So that being said, the next update will come out on the 4th of January, and that will be the release of Dragon Slayer 2.
Ah, that's
so
crazy.
We got what, like 3 weeks or something? Yeah, 3 including this week, I guess.
Really? So, yeah, that's crazy. It's kind of a shame because fuck, I go back to work on the Tuesday. And then Wednesday is work, and then the Thursday it comes out. Just trying to figure out how should I call in sick. Should I call in sick Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday so it makes more sense?
Do Thursday, Friday. Complain on Wednesday, call on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I'll start getting the sniffles. Okay, yeah, good call.
Yeah. Just kind of hunch your back and hobble around. And just,
Yeah.
It's just all Wednesday.
I just can't be. I feel like shit. I used to work with this guy, and he changed sites now, so I don't work with him anymore. But he was like in his 50s or something, and he was one of those guys that just he never called in sick, and he prided himself on how much he's ruined his body from work.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would complain about his elbow pains, but it wasn't like a complaint. It was kind of him bragging.
Yeah,
like look how hard worker I am. My elbows got I got arthritis. Hardcore. And he'd also give you shit if you called in sick, which is like you got sick days, you might as well use them instead of giving them back to the company.
Yep.
And when it would get busy, our boss would ask us to come in Saturday, and it was so funny. Every Friday he'd start talking about how his back was like pulled, and like he would be barely able to walk. Like I mean, like he would walk with like his arms on his back, and then he would drop something and he'd go to pick it up and just like, ugh! And I'm just like, man, like you should go home if you can't even pick up your hammer after you drop it. Like the job is pretty strenuous that if that hurts that much, then like you shouldn't be here. No, I'll be fine. And then our boss would come in. Okay, everyone come in Saturday. Not you rest it off. And he's always like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, you don't have to come in Saturday. Just tell them no. They're not mandatory.
Yeah.
She's just like, fuck. You're like, come on, dude. Anyways, sorry. That just had some flashbacks there. But yeah, cool. Dragon Slayer. That's exciting. That's just around the corner. Fuck, I hope I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare by doing all the 3 easy quests I haven't done yet because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I hear
And okay, I heard people talking about this. There's gonna be a new boss that releases with Dragon Slayer 2.
Yep.
And people, I probably talked about this in the past, but people are saying it might be the next Zara. They're speculating that it's gonna be a solo boss. And it could be the new Zara, stupid money and stuff like that. So, yeah, be prepared. I would say, like,
hope not.
Pardon?
I hope it's a difficult boss. Like, that kind of worries me. Have you seen the model of it?
Yeah, model is awesome.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's a recolored King Black Dragon, but never mind, that doesn't work. Yeah, it looks really good. Looks badass, but
yeah,
that's weird. They've been coming out. Every boss they've been coming out recently has been a solo boss.
Yeah, it's kind of lame because RuneScape, you're rewarded with being antisocial.
Yeah, and like for the most part, it seems like their mentality for the past couple years, I'd say, is single bosses being solo bosses, and then you'd have, if you want to do things with friends, you tackle raids because you got this new raid coming out, which they say it's gonna have like a party of 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea. So that's what it seems like they're doing. Although I'm trying to think, have we got a boss recent, like in the past? So I don't know, couple years that wasn't a solo boss.
Wilderness bosses.
Yeah. Corp, but that was like year 1.
I think that's pretty much it. Most bosses that they release are directly linked to Slayer or just Zara. Like, you know what I mean? Like solo bosses. Obor, Gargoyle. They like the instanced areas and stuff, because I do see why. You go to God Wars dungeons, you can go into the team. You know how many times you get fucking crashed at like bandos?
Yeah.
It is awful. Like, it is so annoying how often you get crashed, and it's by like 5 dudes that it's really annoying. And like, that's not even really that profitable. Like, you're hunting big ticket items. It's shit. Like, doing bandos is shit money, unless like tacits or a BCP drop. Like,
I remember doing it with 3 people from the CC, and we did it for maybe an hour and a half, and then we'd get out. Holy fuck! The box just fell behind me. My heart just dropped. Yeah, we did it for about an hour and a half, and then we'd split, and we'd like be splitting 70K each. And I was like, honestly, this seems silly, but whatever.
Yeah, you generally will like break even if you're like doing bandos in a group, and like, it's annoying. Like, I did like 7 hours of, I remember this. I did 7 hours straight of Sarah with a buddy. We did like during like a whole Saturday or something, right? So much Sarah that day. And we walked out with like 1.3 mil each. Which is real. Like, we could have just done Slayer on our own and made like 4 mil. You know what I mean? You get some gargoyles, some necreals, like, a gargoyle task is more fucking money per hour than Sarah. And I mean, that's fine. Like, I understand bossing's supposed to be fun. But that being said, the whole antisocial thing, you want to make money, go grind gargoyles, necreals, do Slayer, do your solo bosses like Zara. They're better money per hour.
But kind of less fun, because the times when I've done King Black Dragon with some of the people from our CC, or we went and did bandos and stuff like that, even though we didn't make that much money, it was a lot more fun just because companionship and shit, right?
Which, like grouping grouping and bossing and stuff is like the shit. Like, it's so much more fun than solo content. Like, I've done Sarah solo and bando solo, and I've done it with buddies and stuff, and it's way more fun. You can crack jokes and just kind of hang out, shoot the shit, and like, a lot of the bosses are pretty easy, so you just autopilot and you just have someone to talk to while you're doing it, implying you're on Discord or something. And you trust them well enough, like, they're not going to scam you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is going back, but literally RS3 days when I got back into it for a little bit. I'd never bossed before. I met this dude. We were good friends. Well, quotes around that because of the upcoming events. I'd never done Bandos, and he was like, dude, just bring Darox or something. That's fine. So I literally went and did Bandos in full Darox. We killed him a couple times. He dropped tacits, and we weren't doing like a loot share or anything like that. I didn't know, but my buddy got tacit drops, and he just pieced the fuck out and never saw him again.
Is this what our friendship's worth to you?
All right, cool. Have fun. It's like, they're not worth the same in Old School, but all right. And then shortly after Old School came out, and I started playing that. Or maybe it was Legacy that came out around that. It was around when Legacy came out in RS3. So that puts a date on it.
Damn.
Kind of off topic, but no idea how we got to that point, but
Just talking about the bosses and things like that, but
quickly
wrap up the whole solo bosses, I do understand that it's probably easier to tune a boss for one person opposed to like a boss where you have like 3 or 4 people. You know what I mean? So I kind of get that.
You look at Bandos, you're not supposed to solo it.
Yeah.
You get 1 kill, maybe 2 kills a trip.
And it's nice that you can do it if you want to go through that pain. So you're not forced to be social if you are, antisocial, or if you're an Iron Man or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just in the future, going back to the Vorkath, I think that's the boss's name. It's a little slight nitpicking of disappointment that like it'll be a solo boss or an instance boss.
Yeah.
I see the pains that come with it, but should you really have every boss being instances because of people being crashed at other bosses when really it's just like, I mean, it sucks. I've been there, but I get over that pretty fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're also not playing it 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like sweating over like a, Sarah Hilt.
Yeah, okay.
Like the loud minority, like there's a good player base that like is straight up addicted to this game. You know what I mean? Like okay, let's go to the whole like once you get into like the clanning scene and stuff in RuneScape, like that's when you start coming across people that like it's not just a game to them.
Sure. And you have that with any game really where people play it, I guess, competitively, I guess we can say, but there's something that is kind of beautiful, I guess, about even with instances, and they do this with some of the instance bosses where the gargoyles came out and they allowed, I think it was 4 people per world to go in it.
Yep.
So you'd be sitting out there, everyone had their auto clickers turned on. I'm just kidding. But you're sitting there spam clicking, hoping to get in, and there's like 30 of you out there and you're like, fuck, I just want to get in there. And then after 40 minutes, you finally get in and you're just like, yes, I'm fucking, I'm Neo. I'm the chosen one to go fight this boss and stuff. And then you die the first round and you're like, okay, that was pointless. But some of that stuff is like kind of what, it's kind of what's memorable, the pains of doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going back to like the spam clicking always reminds me of MapleStory, but I don't necessarily remember the party quests in MapleStory as much as I remember gathering the party and then spending like 20 minutes racing to get into the party quest itself.
Mm-hmm. And that odd time you can get in 2-3 times in a row.
Oh, yeah, because you got... Yeah,
man. Someone doesn't actually have a seed when they say they do, or someone doesn't have an auto clicker when they say they do.
You'd be like, okay, guys, let's all jump out and go, 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 and you'd rush to click on it next, or you'd make your... I think what you would do is you'd make one person in your party stay in the room to keep it instance to your party. Yeah. And then your leader would run to the sign to get into the next one. Then you're like, okay, jump out. They jump out, you spam click and get back in there. Mm-hmm. Oh, good times. Yeah. So Vorkath, hopefully it's not super OP in drops. I would prefer it to be like kind of like Cerberus, where it's annoying to go to Cerberus and you don't get much of a drop, but at the same time, like you get those like, you have those big ticket items you're going for. So which is kind of how bossing should be, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, no, I am completely against bosses dropping notable snapdragons and runescent and shit like that. I understand why. It's because
dragon plate legs.
Yeah. Like, I understand why. It's because of the botting issue, because RuneScape does have a botting issue.
Yeah.
And, like, instead of giving money to those bot farms, you give them to the player. I get it. And, you know, there's still a really strong skilling community, right? And you can still make good money skilling.
Yeah. Since I haven't been able to play too much RuneScape this week, I'd maybe be on my computer. I'd be, like, woodcutting U's while I was moving things in, or magic trees. And, you know, you don't make a lot of money, but over the course of the week, you make, like, 2 mil. Mm-hmm. It's not much, but at the same time, it's all right for what it is.
Yeah.
Good AFK.
Yeah. That being said, though, what big items does Vorkath drop? He drops a piece to, like, the dragon kite shield, right?
Should we pull these up? Because the problem is we have rune dragons and adamant dragons coming out. And I believe both of those... I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the rune dragons drop pieces for the plate body, and the addy dragons drop pieces for the kite shield.
And Vorkath drops both?
Let's double check this.
Yeah, because depending on what Vorkath drops, it'll just be Zalr 2.0 notable alchable drops. Right?
Mm-hmm. So this is Vorkath will drop dragon bones. Vorkath will drop dragon bolts unfinished.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then he'll also drop the Wrath Talisman for the new rune that's going to be coming out. He's also going to be dropping the Wrath runes itself.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Vorkath is also going to be dropping the Dragon Bone necklace. You'll need 80 prayer for this necklace. And when you bury bones, it will restore your prayer points.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that one. Equipping and also a side effect of the necklace, equipping it will reduce the prayer points by 50%. So it prevents you from unequipping it and equipping it, nonstop if you have, you want to switch between that and something else. Oh, Vorkath is going to be dropping the Skeletal Visage, which is going to be the ranged version of the Dragon Fire Shield. Does that sound right? And this is the one I do remember, though. He's going to be dropping Vorkath's Head, which you can infuse with your Ava's Assembler. Vorkath's Head, which you can use to obtain the Ava's Assembler, which is going to be the upgraded version of your the range cape that you can currently get. I can't remember what it's called. Ava's Accumulator.
All right, so there are some big ticket items, but there's probably going to be a lot of notables.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and it seems like the plate body and the square shield, or the kite shield, are going to be coming from the Addy and the rune dragons. Oh, and there's a dragon crossbow coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming from rune dragons.
Yeah.
It gets confusing when they start splitting up all these between the three of them.
Yeah.
I always figured that maybe Vorkath would drop all of the uniques, while the rune and adamant dragons might drop some of the other ones, but very rarely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever. I didn't mean to go through all the fucking items that are going to be coming out, but you got me thinking, and I was interested to see how it was going to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's surprising that the plate body and the kite shield won't be coming from Vorkath at all, at least from this dev blog that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, only time will tell. We'll find out what's on the drop table.
One day. Yeah, this is the one from September 23rd. That's the dev blog, so...
Yeah.
Maybe things changed. Maybe everything I just said was pointless information.
What the fuck?
What's up?
Okay, no, I went to go look up the Dragon Hunter crossbow, and it like steadily sits like between 24 and like 26 mil. And then it hit like 27.5 mil, dropped to 12, well, pretty much 13 mil. Now it's at 31 mil. Looking at this GE tracker. So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's the panic buying and selling for the quest, maybe.
Yeah, pretty nuts. But yeah, whatever. Okay, let's continue on with the news though. I was just like curious to see what the prices were. Yeah. In other news, 12 Days of Dragon Slayer, which is like Slayer, like a sleigh.
That's funny.
Santa sleigh. Will begin on Christmas, the 25th of December, and there'll be like little riddles that you can find on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and you solve them in game. And this will cause 20 minutes of holiday items to spawn based on how many people are in the location at a time. So keep up with their Twitter and stuff. And so I'm assuming it's just like Santa hats and shit.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun though.
Mm-hmm.
They have an Instagram?
Yeah.
I should start using Instagram again. Just for that. Just to see what RuneScape pages are on there.
Yeah. That's pretty much it though. So
cool.
With that stuff, we'll move on to the King of the Skill. I don't want to read over all the winners, like they announce who the winners are. There are...
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. That's probably...
Yeah, so, I mean, I can just go over the total level winners. So, the people who had the highest total levels, the top 10. First place is Wooks, of course. Mm-hmm. Second place is Frazier.
Okay.
Third place is Glod. Fourth is Shamumli.
Yep.
Fifth is Wise One. Sixth is Dog Oats. Seventh is Important Dog. I'm assuming that's the same person. Maybe you got two. Nice. Eighth place is Wordy. Ninth is Bodhi. 10th is The Cool Guy 9.
We should go through all of them just to get you to try to pronounce some of them.
I mean, I could. See, we'll go until till I can't.
This be a 5-hour episode. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, anyways, so of course, with every Jagex event, there is controversy.
There has to be. It's I'm pretty sure people would riot if there wasn't one.
Yeah.
Thus causing the controversy. We're in a good community. This is great. Always something to talk about.
Yeah, it's juicy drama. So, that being said, Evan Abbey, I believe is how you say his name, he is accusing Jagex. He's demanding... No, he's just explaining how he was wrongfully disqualified. They assumed he was...
I'm having a hunger strike at Jagex HQ.
Yeah, they assumed he did some sort of cheating because there were a lot of accounts that would use multiple accounts to like help boost the rank of one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, little things. Like I remember part of the problem was some people were going to the Motherlode mining area, and if you've ever been there, you'll know that you can repair the wheels, and you get like a fair bit of smithing experience from doing that on just regular ones. So people would get one of their alts to scout out worlds to see which ones weren't working, and then they would jump on their main to fix them.
Yeah. Yeah, so they assumed this guy was doing something similar to this because he kind of discovered a new experience, a new like a new method to gain experience in runecrafting.
Yeah, okay.
So him and his 3 accounts, so he had his main and his 2 other accounts in King of the Skill were all disqualified, and they assumed, I guess, okay, so the method was...
Well, first to mention, his 3 accounts were rank 1 in Magic, and then the other 2 were rank 1 and 2 in runecrafting.
Yeah.
So he potentially would have won a bunch of shit, and he got cut, so let's hear what happened.
Yeah, so he got these by the Arceus library, which is really weird to hear, because if you guys have ever done that on Zia, on Karand, the Arceus library is pretty much you talk to dudes in the library, they say, give me this book, and you go and click 50 fucking, like, bookshelves on each floor, and you find the book and run it to them.
Yeah, it's basically the first way of getting favor for Arceus. So if you've ever done it, like, if you go to Arceus to do the favor, you're gonna have to do this for a little bit. Yeah, and you can do this and obtain, like, experience. You get experience while you do this. It's awful. It's awful. I've done it, then lost all my freaking
favor because I didn't know you, like, I explained how I didn't know how to lock it because they don't tell you can lock favor. I've done it before. It sucks. You just, like, talk to NPCs. They say, give me this book. You go and click on a million bookshelves and randomly you'll get one. So obviously if this guy is, like, you know, getting the best rates through this, it kind of seems fishy, but he explains how he does it. And it's been proven that, like, what he did is actually correct.
Proven as much as you technically could prove without you being next to him doing it.
Yeah, so, like, and I'll just explain what his basic strategy was. It's a little long.
Before you do that, though, I do want to mention, I wanted to say this while we're talking about the actual library. If you ever want to get the teleport spell to teleport to the Great Kurend, you have to find a book in this library that teaches you the spell.
Yeah.
So, little fun fact there. But yeah, continue. How did this,
I'll give a little sum up. So he pretty much would, like, talk to this dude and, like, find the location of all the books, and he made a program that, like, so, like, the book spawns aren't completely random. And he made, like, a program, like a separate program that would, like, help him track and, like, efficiently grab these books for people. So he had little rules of thumb. So one would be, like, if the time to check a potential manuscript shelf takes less than 4 seconds, it is worth doing it. If the time to grab the manuscript and return to where you were is less than 40 seconds, it's worth it. And if the time it takes to grab the book, return it to where you were, takes less than 20 seconds, it's worth. And they're, like, estimates, right? So he had, like, these little rules of thumb on how to, like, efficiently do this. And, yeah, so he would find out where, like, all the books are, and it kind of goes in a certain order, I guess. It's not random at all. We always assumed it was. So the books and the manuscripts aren't random. And when the location of the books and manuscripts are changed, 26 shelves are picked, and the books and manuscripts are placed in them. And he would call those living shelves, because, you know, it's, I don't know, whatever.
The chance of a book could actually be there. Because I believe there was, like, 60 shelves in total that had a chance of having the book in them, and then there's a bunch of shelves that would never get books in them.
Yeah.
There's never any reason to check them.
Yeah. He has, like, a little image on, like, which shelves are always worth checking, which ones aren't, and all this stuff. Like, he pretty much broke it down on how to do this. And yeah, he made a program to help keep track, and he, like, ends up coming up with this really good method of doing the Arceus library, getting experience, and all that stuff. And, like, there's a post on the subreddit. It's really, really long. It explains his whole entire, from Tutorial Island, essentially, how he got to where he was on his characters. And Wooks even, because Wooks, like, programs, he's a programmer.
Yep.
Wooks made a program to help you do this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go check Wooks' Twitter if you want to do this for experience or, like, favor or something. There's a little GitHub thing he's got.
Yeah, because the way I did it, and I'm pretty sure most people, maybe including yourself, is you would talk to someone in the library and they would say, hey, I need this book, and it's in the north area. So there's, like, a bunch of different rooms. You'd go to the northern rooms and start checking all the bookshelves, and then you'd bring them back the book once you found it. But he also says what he would do is he would collect all the books first. Yeah. And then he would give them out, and then at a certain point, he had some math equations, or he would just know that at this point, it's better to go collect more books than it is to continuously find who needs a book and whether or not you'd actually still have it.
Yeah. He gets disqualified. He's kind of upset. Mod Aiza or something? I don't know how to say his name. Aiza?
Every time you try to pronounce his name, it's the same problem. That's funny.
Yeah. He pretty much says there's nothing he can add to the stage. He's looked at the information. They're going to respond at some point. They're on vacation, though.
Jagex FBI, so.
Yeah, so pretty much, we're going to wait a month and we're just going to not do anything about it. It kind of seems it's going to happen. I know, they're on Christmas break. They can't do anything right now. But
yeah,
they really should look over this. They shouldn't have announced the winners. Pretty shitty thing to do. They should have waited to, like, because it's pretty big. Like, rank 1 and 2 in runecrafting, rank 1 in mage, like,
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal to, like, this guy, obviously, this is the type of shit you want to see from King of the Skill.
Yeah.
Like, people finding out, like, these are, like, these crazy methods. Like, okay, so end result for runecrafting, keep in mind it's boosted experience rates, but in a 24-hour period with boosted experience rates, he got 6,871,653 runecrafting experience.
Mm-hmm.
On his other account, 7,316,343 runecrafting experience, and on his mage, 24,438,024 magic experience. So he's gotten, like, it's like clearly the best method. I mean, obviously he gets rank 1 and 2 in one skill and 1 in another.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, like, these are the people that, like, should be winning King of the Skill, as opposed to people doing, you know, shit where they, like, get other accounts to scout for them. Like, he's been doing this pretty legit. And, yeah, whatever. We'll probably get more news, I'm gonna say, like, a week after, Dragon Slayer, or maybe a couple days before Dragon Slayer, what they're gonna do about this. But he submitted it to Jagex, and they said they're gonna look at it, but just kind of wait.
It's pretty interesting to read it. Like, it's so long that usually when I see a post this long on Reddit, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna read it. But I started reading it, and it was, like, really interesting to see, like, how like, the way he broke it down and, like, the work he put into it. You're just like, holy fuck, like, this guy's gotta be pretty smart to, you know, come up with this in RuneScape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
it's something you don't stumble upon. It's something you're like, I wonder. And then you take the time to figure it out, and then you go and apply it correctly and get disqualified for it.
Yeah, which, this guy's too good.
Yeah.
Which is exactly like you said. This is the type of stuff you want to see in King of the Skill. You don't want to see it like, oh shit, I didn't kill this guy during the quest fast enough. You know, multiply that 10 times, and I'm going to make a new account, and maybe my RNG will help me this time.
Yeah.
You want somebody who's, like, you know, able to put his, like, you know, math and stuff down and to figure out shit like that. And yeah, if you, like, made a program for it, which the program wasn't like a botting program, and it wasn't like, you know, like, hey, now OSBuddy has some, or in the past it had some controversial, like, plugins, I guess. It was nothing like that, because they even said they're going to be looking at it and shit like that, and it seems like a shame, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think what we're going to end up seeing is there's going to be, like, 7 winners for runecrafting and 6 winners for magic, and he's going to be tossed in there as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully.
Because, like you said, they already released the winners, so it's not like they could just, okay, we're going to kick off the people who were listed there. And yeah, it's pretty cool, though. We'll post that in our Discord if you want to take a look at that link. Maybe we'll throw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
If people are interested on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely a very interesting read to see, like, the shit that he kind of,
yeah, all the work he put in
there. Mm-hmm.
But that being said, that's pretty much it for the news.
Is that it for the news?
Yeah, and I think the next couple weeks will be the same. Not too news filled, but we'll figure it out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you want to move on to, like, what up with the community?
What's up in the community? Well, you just talked about one of the things that I had here that I was going to bring up, but yeah, okay. Another thing, this is nothing too major, but kind of interesting. If you've ever watched the Q&As or any of the RuneScape streams on Twitch, it's usually under the RuneScape channel. They do both RuneScape 3 things, as well as old school RuneScape. But on February 22nd, Old School RuneScape is going to be getting their own official Twitch TV channel. So, it's nothing too major. A lot of people at first thought this meant that for the gaming categories, there's going to be an Old School RuneScape gaming category instead of just one RuneScape category, which is where both RuneScape and where both Old School and RuneScape 3 get put into.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Old School RuneScape is kind of dominating the streams for that one, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen, to be honest. Which, at the same time, I don't know if that should ever happen either. It's kind of cool that, I guess Old School RuneScape's going to get their own Twitch channel. Do you think they should ever split up in the gaming category, or Old School RuneScape gaming gaming category and a RuneScape 3 gaming category? Or should they keep them both fused as it is now?
I think they should keep them both together, but change the icon. Because right now it's a RuneScape 3 icon, and the majority of streamers and stuff is Old School. Here, let's do a little test right now. Going to the directory of Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So the top 8, the top 7 are Old School, and then there's RS3, and then there's 4, 9, 20, 23 down. There's another one, and then you keep going down, and it's still a bunch of Old School. It's like a 5-to-1 ratio, pretty much, or a 4-to-1 ratio. Old School
definitely does dominate it. Maybe they can find something that represents both games. I don't know, but
yeah, maybe a combined image. Just put the typical bot head on on the character.
Yeah. But I do feel like they should keep them two fused because, there's not a lot of RuneScape 3 streams, but you take them out, then you lose a couple hundred viewers, and suddenly it might, you know what I mean? It hurts the gaming category a bit, because it's nice to have, you want that RuneScape to be as high up on the Twitch views as possible to get more of an advertisement.
Yeah.
And name recognition, and plus with RuneScape 3, it'll be shot down so low, so doesn't look good.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll probably see some sort of development with more Old School recognition in Twitch, I guess. Maybe they might separate them. I know they're separating IRL sections in the future, and they are doing stuff like that, so maybe we'll see with Old School. But I mean, I don't really think it matters too much. As you can see, people, they don't really care. I mean, I think the one thing we want is just Old School to be up. Once it's dead man mode and stuff, you want to see the RuneScape category up higher in the list of channels.
Yeah, exactly.
On the topic of Twitch and whatnot, I mean, I guess if you are involved in watching and stuff, you'll notice, or you'll know Bodhi. He's the most popular RuneScape streamer, and he came 9th, I think, in King of the Skill or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a year-long marathon where he streams every single day, and he does a lot of charity through his streaming as well. And because of that, he's been invited to the Buckingham Palace, which is pretty nuts. So the Wednesday, January 31st, he'll be at the Buckingham Palace for the Macmillan Cancer Support, a little reception for that. So that's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, RuneScape streamer is being recognized by the Prince of Wales and stuff.
Damn, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna meet old Lizzie.
Queen Elizabeth? Maybe.
Yeah. Did you know you can email or something I don't know if it's the Parliament or just maybe it's on the Canadian government site, but you can get a free picture of Queen Elizabeth. They'll mail it to you.
Yeah, if you're Canadian residents, you can get a free picture of her.
Sweet. It's a good way to get a free picture frame.
Longest reigning monarch, or queen.
Is it?
Yeah, she's the longest reigning one. Yeah, dude, she's old as hell, dude.
I know she's I know she's old, but I thought maybe Queen Victoria was.
No, I'm pretty sure Queen Elizabeth is our current queen, or is the current queen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's 91. Queen Elizabeth II.
That's crazy.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. She's the longest living, longest reigning. Cool. So there's your Queen Elizabeth fact of the week.
Yep. Bet you everyone in the UK is rolling their eyes right now, being oh, no shit. Come on, buddy. Yeah. There's some more stuff in the news. It's funny because I remember talking about this before. So there's a hardcore Iron Man who lost his pet squirrel.
Oh, I was just gonna bring this up. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
So he was doing the random maze event, and he had a squirrel with him, and upon leaving, the squirrel is gone. He's tried calling it and like logging and all this stuff. The pet's gone. He doesn't know how to get it back. He has like a video of it too, of the whole process, so there's like legitimacy to it. And so some people are pretty upset about it. I've talked about it in the past where somebody had claimed they teleported and their pet was gone and they never got it back, but there was not that much traction and it was probably just a relog or something.
I mean, that happened to me.
Yeah.
I got my Scotizo pet and I teleported to my player-owned house and he disappeared. My heart just dropped. I ran back to see if it was insured or anything like that. And said I didn't have the pet, but I logged in and out or it changed worlds or something and the pet eventually popped up. So it all worked out.
Yeah, so for this guy, pet never came back. The JMod just said,
nope,
submit a report about it, but like, with the evidence he brings in, you can't really put that in a report. I think he already did, because they asked him to. And it's shitty, because Jagex is like the one company that seems very adamant on not, like, compensating players for their fuck-ups. So if this is like true that like it bugged out and now it's gone and it was because of shitty coding and stuff like that, like I would not be surprised if Jagex doesn't give the pet back. And like he didn't die with it, he's still got his hardcore status and shit, right?
Yeah.
But like things like this has happened in the past. Like Last Man Standing came out day one. Ultimate Iron Man was told, like they were told, yeah, it's a safe death. You can put your shit in Zalra and whatnot. He banked all of his shit in Zalra because you can't have anything on you for Last Man Standing. Went and did it. It actually wasn't a safe death, and all of it, like everything he owned was gone because he's Ultimate Iron Man.
Hardcore. And
they were like, yeah, there you go. That sucks for you. He doesn't get anything back. All of his items are gone forever. And he got fucked. You know what I mean? So like they've done stuff like this where like they make mistakes and they don't compensate players.
Yeah.
And now, like, if this happens, like, it's kind of shitty. I mean, it's just a pet, but it's also, people will spend months grinding for this pet, and you never know, this guy might have, or he might have already grinded for it.
But it's same, like you say, it's just a pet in the sense of losing it, but you could also use the exact same argument to Jagex being like, why don't you just give it to him? It's just a pet. You can't
exactly
sell that pet, right?
But I mean, like, the big thing is that, well, compared to the Ultimate Iron Man, there was like actual items involved, and they didn't. That's probably why they didn't do it. But with this, it's a pet.
Oh, sorry. I cut you off and I said hardcore because you kept saying Ultimate Iron Man. I get what you're saying. They lost all their items from banking from Zalra. Sorry, I got fucking mixed up.
Yeah, this guy that we're talking about is a hardcore. So there's proof that he didn't die and lose it. And like, it's like, one, it's a pet. Two, these pets can literally take months of grinding. And three, it's like the agility pet. So if he wants his back, it's months of doing agility for this pet.
Imagine you already have 99. That's something that you're just like... me personally, if I don't get a pet by like level 99...
You don't care?
I mean, I'll want it, but I got other things to do. Maybe when I'm maxed out and I'm pet grinding, you know what I mean?
There's plenty of people who have like 20k mole kills. They have 50 mil thieving because they're trying to get Rocky. Like, people do like grinding for these pets.
Yep.
And pet hunting's a big thing in the PVM community. In high level PVM, when you have everything you want, like, shit, you go duo bandos, you bring like full like the Kodai wand and the whole ancestral robes and stuff, and you go ice barrage bandos because you're trying to get his pet. Like, people really care about these. And I mean, it doesn't hurt Jagex to give the pet back. People will be like, oh, give me this, give me that. That's what they're that's probably why they don't want to do it. But yeah, people care about pets. I mean, it's kind of shitty losing a pet for no reason. I mean, no reason, like nothing you did wrong. And one of the many reasons why I don't like walking around with my pets. They just sit in my bank, or my pet just sits in my bank.
It's silly. Kind of defeats the purpose of a pet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which actually kind of makes me want to bring up something, because you mentioned how Jagex is one of the only companies that don't necessarily do these rollbacks.
Yeah.
So I was reading. I tried to find some actual evidence. I didn't do too much detective work, but I just quickly did some Googling and see if I could find it. But I was reading on the subreddit, and apparently a couple times in the past, especially before we had these safe deaths, where you had your 1 hour until your items disappeared or whatever. But there were streamers that got DDoSed, and they would lose items. And apparently, before, there are times where they were able to get a rollback and get their items back. So it's not necessarily that they don't ever do this, but it's very select times.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird that like Jagex is really stingy on admitting like if they make a mistake and kind of helping out a player. They're very hands off with that type of stuff.
Yeah. A lot of the times it's kind of like, oh, you're shit out of luck. Sorry that happened. We'll fix it so it doesn't happen again. But too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
Which also brings up the times that they have done this. So, yeah, there's a story which happened in RuneScape 3 back in 2014. So what happened, and this was with the Archer's Ring, is basically overnight, Archer Rings went from 900k a piece down to 100k. And then continued to fall down to 25k each. And there were rumors that it got to a point where they could be only sold and bought for 1k GP each, because that's how something happened, and the prices crashed crazily.
Yeah. Do you know what happened?
So I pulled up just the little bite of information from the RuneScape wiki. So I'm just going to read the paragraph they have here. The cause of this was originally believed to be due to either a merchanting clan dumping their huge stock of rings or a duplication glitch that was speculated to have been found on the newly released Grandmaster Quest. A Jagex mod created a post on the forums saying that they were aware of the incident about it and advised other people not to engage in mass trading of the rings because players could face action on their account. So I guess saying like, okay, I'm going to buy a fuck ton of these rings for 1k each. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a Jagex mod Jane, later posted on the item discussion forum detailing what had actually happened. There had been a human error in a system Jagex was currently trialing, causing a single player to receive millions of Archer Rings accidentally, and they decided to take advantage of this by selling them for a very low price, which caused the price of the item to crash as the supply massively exceeded demand. The post also states that the majority of rings were accidentally brought into the game, and eventually they were removed. 1 second. So I mentioned that little paragraph there that there was. I just found the forum post, so I'll quickly give a little bit more information on it. So when they said that they were trialing a new system and that caused an error for one player to receive millions of Archer Rings, that what they were trying to do was return items to players who had been hijacked and had their items stolen. So let's say your account gets hacked or you got phished or something and they snagged all your items. They were trying to figure out ways they could maybe reimburse those people to have their items back. Have you ever played a game like World of Warcraft and stuff like that? Games like similar to that. I know I have, where I quit for an extended period. I came back and my account was hacked. All my items were destroyed and it looked like they were farming gold on it to sell probably. But all I had to do was send in a support ticket saying my account was hacked. They'd pull up like a history of my account and give me all my equipped items that I had before they were deleted. I don't know if you've ever been through something similar.
Yeah, in Kata, like the one expansion, I played on and off, and every time I quit playing, I would go open up my email find a nice juicy email from Billzard or something like that, like clearly a phishing email.
Yeah.
Go in, log in, get my account phished, come back a month later, get my account back, find like 30k gold on it, send a thing to Blizzard. Hey, my account got hacked. Then they just give me the items I lost and I get to keep all the extra money.
Yeah.
I used to kind of abuse that system, but
I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of the perks of having a Chinese gold farmer snagging your account for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is good because there have been people, like, in the high up clanning community where their accounts get hijacked by other clan members, and that's kind of like they get kicked and they get hijacked and hacked and for like a bill. It had happened before in old school. And you know, just and all that stuff. Like a good example is I have two friends that like wanted to try out old school, tried it out, played it for like a couple days, quit. But I had given them, you know, they're like, oh, can you hook me up with some stuff to set up? So I'd like get them full rune, get them like rune pickaxe and a rune axe, and like kind of show them some shit, kind of like set them up. They eventually quit, and then they like come back like, you know, 4 or 5 months later or something, and their account's hacked, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, or their account's banned. Like, what the fuck? Oh, botting? What the hell? And they go through the system, and literally, like, it takes them over a month to get their account back. They don't care anymore for their accounts, but their accounts are completely wiped, and like they have like 50 phishing levels. And they're like, what the hell? I have literally nothing in my bank now. What do I do? All right, let me set you back up again. Like, am I just gonna get hacked again randomly? Like, what?
Yeah.
And it would be nice for them to have a way to get their accounts restored, but I mean, you know, make sure that, like, I don't even know if old school, the game engine can even handle that. I don't know if it's like has anything to do with the game engine, but I don't know.
It's hard to say, but at the same time, like the story I just read with the archer rings, you can see why they're a little hesitant from just doing it freely. And like you said before, it's kind of easily abusable. Things like the pets and the untradables, it's a bit different.
I mean, I find that, okay, if I get hacked if I get hacked and someone takes all my shit, like, and they're able to literally take my items back or something like that without like adding extra items to the game, sure, but like it's very different when it comes to untradables. Like, I would be way more okay with somebody getting their full gracefuls than like someone getting their whole bank back because they got hacked. You know what I mean? Because once it's because RuneScape's different, right? Like, you get a Bando set. It's not like, wow, we're in 2 years from now that Bando set's irrelevant. Like, that will always be relevant in the game. But like, untradables, like, imagine, like, if I were to get hacked right now, I don't even care about my gold. I care about losing my full void, my barbarian assault, like my fighter torso. I care about my defenders. I my graceful, my marks of grace, like all my untradables are actually what I care about more, because like, I mean, if I get hacked, I'll just like become a staking addict and just hope I can make it back. But if I like lose all my untradables,
just time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just time, and it's them being a fucking asshole about it, right? Just being like, all right, you don't get these things you put 8 hours into. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever actually have a way to restore items. Maybe like pets and stuff. Maybe that would be that's what they'd start off with, but I don't even know.
Guess it's controversial, the whole rollbacks in RuneScape. Other games do it differently, but they handle items differently. You know, we're talking about World of Warcraft, but like you know, with those equipment, you can't necessarily trade it once you wear it, so it makes sense why they can give it back to you so freely.
Yep.
Because it's not like you could just give it to another account and stuff, but crap, I'm getting some major lag spikes. Just fucking feels like I'm back in the Airbnbs. This is no good. Getting some mad flashbacks, so.
Oh yeah.
We'll move it on. That was basically all the goings on in the community that I had seen this week, and that you had seen as well.
Yep. Yeah.
That being said, I think it's perfect time to talk about our little community going on.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's something I wanted to bring up just because there's a player in our clan chat and our Discord and stuff, and he's been doing these little events the past 2 weeks or so. They've been a lot of fun too, and they're pretty cool. So I Want to bring it up? Maybe get some advertisement out there. Let some people know if they might be interested on it.
Yeah, I think this week, I don't even know, like, I probably should have asked them before we started recording. I'm not going to say their names because maybe they don't want their names to be said. We can give them credit next week or something if they want it. But I think this week we had, or they held it. We didn't, like, have anything to do with it. They just kind of went ahead and did it, which is awesome. One of them did a like, little hide and go seek. I participated in one of the other ones, and like he finds really fucking cheeky places. Like he'll give clues out. What he'll do is he'll go hide somewhere. He'll give you a heads up when it's gonna happen. He'll go hide. He'll say, "All right, come find me. I'm in this world," and he'll give like clues. And every time I like, oh fuck, I know exactly where that is, and then I like go to that area, and like so the first one, he was in Draenor Manor. Like the first clue, I'm like, that's it. He's in Draenor Manor. I know that 100%. Let me finish up what I'm doing and I'll go there. And I like run over there. And there's a couple clan members like looking around there. And the fucker did the whole Ernest and Chicken oil can little door lever shit. And I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this. I'm not pulling up the wiki. And then, you know.
You'll spectate.
Yeah. And then the other one he did, which was this week, was,
well, before we go into that, so for that week, that one there, he gave away a full Verax set.
Yeah, Verax and something else, something on top of it as well.
I believe it was a Sarah sword.
Yeah.
So that's a solid couple mil. And it's pretty fun to do, but like actual rewards and shit, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then this week he did one, which was, I participated in. It was like, I think I did for like an hour and a half trying to find him. This was in free to play too, so I think there might have been at least one person who was a free-to-play player, so it's kind of nice. But he gave away a full Gilded set, which is like 6 mil.
Damn.
So, yeah, pretty crazy. But this one was a doozy. Like every clue, I thought I had figured it out, and never figured it out. Like he went to like 6 clues or something. He ended up hiding in, again, he hid in that like lever maze, or was the lever maze?
It was Malzar's or whatever, the maze for Dragon Slayer 1, I believe. Yeah, we have to get the keys and
yeah, so this one he hid all the way at the end of that maze, which is a huge pain. You have to pull up the wiki to figure out how to do that one. So something similar, but yeah, I couldn't even figure out where it was. Like, got to the point where one of the clues had to do with cabbage, and I was going to every single cabbage patch near Falador, and the only way I found the area he was at was because I saw someone else in our clan chat running to Malzar's maze, so I just started following him. Then I was like, oh, that's where it is. But at that
Cheeky
point, someone else had
bastard,
claimed it. But, yeah, if that's something that sounds interesting, it is a lot of fun to do. It's a great break from the being super efficient.
And like shit, like he's given like very generous rewards.
Yeah, that's like, yeah.
If you log in 1 hour a week, that's the best money per hour in the game. Let's just put it that way.
Technically, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a cool event. And yeah, I always love things like that, like interesting, different ways of doing it. You know, like we have mini games and stuff like that in game, but then you have like player-made mini games, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, always fun to participate in. And there's so yeah, keep your eye out on like I don't want to say every Friday or something, but keep your eye out on the Discord and stuff, because he does do them and he gives some heads up about what the rewards are going to be and stuff like that. And in our Discord channel, we have a text channel which is called Events, where a lot of them get kind of posted in there now about if anyone wants to do anything fun, something like that will get posted in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's another person in our Discord started doing these like little challenges where like he would ask who'd be down to it. Let's say 5 people say, let's have this little challenge together. And I know I participated in a few of them, but there's been a few that I haven't been able to just because I wasn't playing at the time. And one of them was we all went out and did a medium clue scroll. I think it was a medium or an easy, I don't remember. But we would do that clue scroll, and then we would post our picture of us completing it in the in the Discord, and then the person with the highest reward wins, and we all pitched in 100K to give it to someone, whoever won it. So that one was pretty fun. They've done one with Barrows chests, where like you do 5 Barrows chests, and whoever gets the best rewards from the chest wins. Yeah, I just wanted to bring those up just in case maybe you're not in our Discord, or it's something that you think sounds kind of fun. Yeah, come hop in and join it, and keep your eye out for them. And you know, it kind of gives a different dynamic to playing RuneScape sometimes. You can take a break from all the efficient slaying, stuff like that. Give your wrists a rest from your one ticking.
Yeah, and it's fun. And it opens us up to like, hey, let's go do this now. You know, let's go do some bosses. Let's go PK. You know, once everyone gets together, it's easier to find out if you want to do some more things with some people. You know, that's the time to ask who wants to come bossing with me or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
So, yeah, some pretty fun stuff there. Like I said, when I get this little studio going, it'll be great to maybe have, you know, maybe like monthly events where we all hit up like a mini game, Castle Wars or something, or maybe we will single-handedly revive Last Man Standing one day.
Yeah,
probably not. Last thing to bring up, you know, way back we were doing these questions of the week. I'm not very creative, so I started running out of ideas, so we just kind of took a break from that, and we figured we would throw out questions every now and then when we thought of one. But I found myself just sitting over my computer like, all right, what's this question going to be this week? And I got nothing. What's your favorite skill? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing too creative, but that being said, I still have a few pulled up, so if you ever go on our Facebook or something, you might see some of the old posts, or even on our Discord channel. You can still answer them, and we'll bring them up on the show. So we got an answer from George on Facebook. He says, for the question back on episode 45, would you fight... So the question was, would you fight 126 level 3s or one maxed out account? And what gear are you going to wear to the fight? And he answers, level 3s, would be naked, take one black chin, and get them to pile me with auto-retaliate on. Pretty on par for the course.
You get some dirty experience drops.
Yeah,
some nice experience.
Could. Yeah, until the plot twist, all those level 3s all have vengeance on. Because in
somebody
this scenario,
othered.
Vengeance. Yeah, yeah, avenged other, that's better. And then insta-kill yourself. Yeah, it's pretty good. And that being said, if you guys want to get in touch or join our Facebook page on Facebook, well, that seems a little redundant to say, but you can find us at facebook.com/The Wilderness Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at The Wilderness RS. Our in-game clan chat is WildCC. Our email is thewildernesspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. And we have a Discord that I've posted on both Facebook and Twitter, but you can also just message one of us in game. We'll get you a link out there. That's also another way of doing it, or send us an email or something like that. And we're also on YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to answer any of these things in the comments as well. That's another way of doing it. I've been having some issues with our YouTube account. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just the way I've been processing some of these videos afterwards, because I would like upload it on YouTube, and I'll go back to check on it, and it's just a black screen with no thumbnail. So I'll check it out, and it's just 2 hours of silence. And I'll see it gets a couple views and shit. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know what the hell happened there. But so if they're a little shoddy the past couple weeks, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But yeah, sorry about that. And I guess that's it. Is there anything you want to plug? You got a Twitter you want to plug, Deagin?
I don't really use Twitter. I should kind of start using it, but I don't have anything to plug yet. I need to upgrade my internet. Like, I do want to stream like RS content and stuff, and have you guys shit talk me while I play. But my internet is just like not good enough. I don't know. I have to look into like upgrading my setup before I actually like start streaming it. Like I can stream RS kind of okay. I don't know. It's really weird and inconsistent. Some days I'll do like an hour-long test and it'll be fine, and then some days like hour-long like cutting out every 10 seconds. So I have to figure that out, and once I get that all set up, I'll let you guys know.
Apparently I might need to do the same thing because I'm having some issues. I've been having some issues with this episode here. I don't know why. I don't know where this lag's coming from, but it's coming from somewhere. But what can you do? All right. So is that it? Oh, yeah. I guess I feel the need to mention, I apologize, no lore again this week. I'm thinking probably not next week, but the week after that. I want to be settled in and stuff like that because I just don't have time to really sit down on the computer for long stretches of time. And when I do, it's usually, I might be watching some YouTube videos that I kind of missed out on the past week or so, and it's just been so busy, I just don't have time to pull up all the lore stuff. But
yeah.
It's coming back. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just, given the circumstances, we've taken just a quick little break, a little holiday break from that. But when we do return, we will be talking about Saren. I have a bunch of things that I want to talk about regarding that god. I shouldn't say a bunch because the lore is so point form at this stage of the game. But hey, it is what it is.
All right, yeah. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, you said it. Let's get out of here. All right, guys, this is episode 63. Thanks so much for listening and sticking with us.
Yep. Have a good one, and
yeah, we'll talk to you guys on Christmas Eve next week.
Yeah? Yeah, we will. Well, I guess we're recording Christmas Eve.
That's the idea.
We might have to record on Friday or Saturday.
We'll figure it out. But
we'll figure it. Okay, yeah. We'll find it out. What's good? All right. Anyways, yeah. Have a good one, guys.
And have a good Christmas. If this one comes out a little bit later afterwards, we'll have to see.
All right.
Christmas is such a weird time. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.